Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Bernadette and I have a prophetic word today. So the word goes like this. I'm gonna just start off with a dream that I had, and the dream goes like this. I was seated in like an office setting, and then there was this man or this guy who was seated at a desk in some corner of the office. So I was just doing my things, going to print some papers, picking up some files, and I was just passing this man or this guy. And it wasn't like I'm ignoring him or anything. It was just like everyone was doing his business. So it was a place where everyone is busy just doing whatever brought them there to do. And then there's this little boy who came and he shouted that guy's name. So that guy was like facing this the direction whereby I'm standing at his back. So this little boy came and started shouting his name like, "Hey Mark, how are you doing today?" And then he turned and this little boy had already run away. So I'm the only one who was standing there, and he looked at me like, "I'm fine, thank you. How are you?" And I just stared at him like, I never said hi to you. So I never responded to him asking me, "How are you?" And I just continued doing my own stuff. And then later on, there's a couple of dreams that happened in between there. And then later on, back to that dream, I'm still walking around doing my things at the office, and I just felt this connection to this man. I just felt like I'm attracted to this man. I just felt like I know this man. And I just wondered where all this came from. And that's just how the dream ends. So in this dream, the Lord is saying that there are people who are working close to close with their kingdom spouse without them knowing. Your kingdom spouse is very near. Your kingdom spouse is near you. All you have to do is just open your eyes and see. Your kingdom spouse could be someone you work with, someone you go to church with, your friend, someone who you've been talking to every single time. He's someone you know, he's someone that you've encountered him before. Actually, that's what he's saying. You've already met this person. You've already met this person. It's just that you haven't come to the realization that this is your kingdom spouse. And that is what the Lord is telling us today. Look around, look closely. Your kingdom spouse is just right there where you are. It's very close to you. And one prayer that I want you guys to say is that, "Lord, please open my spiritual eyes. Lord, please open my eyes so that I can be able to see who my kingdom spouse is." And the word from today comes from Genesis chapter 22 verse 19. I will just tell you roughly about what goes on in there before we come to verse 19. So Genesis chapter 22 talks about when Isaac was already born, and so we know Hagar had a son with Abraham who's called Ishmael. So Sarah did not want Isaac to share the inheritance with Ishmael, so he asked Abraham to send Hagar away with his son. And though Abraham wasn't for the idea, he had really no choice because Ishmael is still his son. So he just heed to Sarah's word and he sent them away. So Hagar was walking and he had no food, he had no water. Whatever little Abraham had sent him away with had already died, he had already run out. So he's in the middle of the desert, no food, no water, no nothing to eat or drink. And he was just sitting there, and the worst thing was to see his son die in front of his eyes. So he just put his son somewhere aside, and he decided to look the other way around so that he's not able to see his son starve to death. And when we go now, this is where chapter 19 comes in. Let me just read. Chapter 19 says, "Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. She went and filled the skin with water and then let the boy drink." So meaning that well of water was all along there. That well of water was there. But what happened? Then God opened her eyes. God had to open her eyes for her to see there has been a well of water all along. There has been a well of water right beside you. But you didn't see, you were ready to die. And that is where most of the people are right now. Even in the dream, I was busy doing my own things. I was just busy doing my own things, searching for files, printing papers. But my kingdom spouse was all along there until after some time, God opened my eyes and I just started feeling attracted to this man. Like, I know this man, and not knowing him on a level of the friendship or maybe the colleague type of level, but knowing this person in a deeper way, and that is what you should be praying for today. For God to open your eyes, to be able to see this man or this woman who's been right in front of your eyes and you never saw and you never realized. Because that is where most of the people are right now. It's not like your kingdom spouse is not anywhere around, has never been around, or he's still somewhere far away looking for you. He's right, it's very close to you. He's very, very close to you. So you can just whisper this prayer. You can just whisper this prayer whenever you're doing your prayers. Lord, please open my spiritual eyes so that I can be able to see my kingdom spouse. Lord, please open my eyes so that I can be able to know and realize who is my kingdom spouse. In Jesus' mighty name, amen and amen. Be blessed and stay blessed. Guys, till we meet again. Bye-bye.